And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Some lonely intuition on a silver spoon, force feeding All right, we just heard Subhuman by Worm and Restraint by Soul Shares. Both are playing the Cancer Smash benefit May 7th at the Cairo Ale House in West Chicago. Eric from Rockin' Chicago will be stopping by during the show to tell us more about that. He'll be stopping by a little bit later. I am Luke O'Blaze with Morgan Danielle. We got Greg Master over here playing with his cock and balls, and we got Charlie over here just hanging out. We got tons of donuts over here, and we are hanging out with the band tonight for the first time ever. I'm pretty stoked. We got, how do we pronounce it? DITHEIST?
Yeah.
DITHEIST. Okay. I was like, man, I hope it's called DITHEIST.
Because for years we used to go with DTS, but then we found out it's not correct.
DITHEIST?
So, yeah, so
all
it's
right.
DITHEIST.
Rock and roll. So I was correct. I should have asked you that before we started, but might as well. We'll go live. And
Who gives a shit?
well, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, what you do in the band, and then we're missing one member, right? You said the vocalist.
He has to work.
Go ahead.
Why don't you go ahead? Yeah, introduce yourselves to the world.
Play bass. I'm Jarek, and yeah,
Slapping the bass.
spanking the bass.
He's also doing some graphics here and there and
For the band?
Yeah.
Or just side project?
no for the band, like layout.
All right.
Layout changes and stuff like that.
Very good metal artist. He creates stuff from metal and stuff. He's very good.
Yeah, he
artist.
makes like
That's
swords
life
and
is about
swords
metal,
and
right?
stuff.
Swords,
Either
different
play-
weapons and stuff.
You're making weapons?
Yeah.
dude.
that too,
He's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, you gotta either play metal or play with metal, right?
All right. I hear you.
I'm Conrad. I play guitar and write most of all of the songs actually,
Woo!
and probably half of the lyrics and what else? I set up all the shows and call the people and send stuff to the labels and
The main squeeze. My main squeeze.
So this is pretty interesting. We have gone live on Facebook with video, and Greg says we're live right meow, like we're cats. But then he decided to start off the interview with you guys sideways.
Oh, nice.
Comes from Greg of, oh, you noob, you gotta hold it.
sometimes
this way
I get
and
confused with that
You
too,
were
so.
right, Greg. You were right to hold it. Oh my God.
What a funny guy. Well, we got tons of donuts, and
I'm Narcissus. I do drum stuff.
how do you
Drum
spell that?
NARCYZ. Dude, I have to spell my name for everybody.
That's awesome.
Me too. All of us. Come on.
sweet.
All of us.
All right.
No, I'm one of the founder members of this band. We started 2006 or 2005. Back then, we met at this one show with
Behemoth Denial, I think, at the Metro.
And the funny story was that I had a broken hand, and he asked me if I play drums, and I was like, yes, I do.
And I was like, you really fucking do it? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. We're going to have a band. So, maybe, I don't know, 5-6 months later, we started jamming. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Nice.
So, how'd you break your hand?
Playing
drums?
Another funny story. I was driving a moped, and I wiped out.
Oh, no. The manliest of all automobiles.
A moped.
So, and your vocalist, what's his name? He's missing.
Luke.
isn't it?
Look.
Luke? All right.
Yeah.
And he's out doing work things.
Yeah.
Well, what up, Luke? Hanging out. Well,
somebody in the band gotta make money.
yeah. So the creation of the band, the whole backstory. So in 05, 06, you guys saw Behemoth at the Metro.
No, that was maybe 2003.
Okay.
Actually. And then, kept going from there. We stayed in touch, and then we started
Actually,
jamming.
me and Jarek were in another band
Started
called
touching each
Horrid.
other. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to say that. We had a couple of songs with Narcissus, and then they decided he decided to quit, and him went to fucking Horrid because they had more songs. So that's what
I've
happened.
been playing with this guy for a long time with different projects.
Yeah, so that's what happened. And then in 2005 or 4 actually, we came together again, and he said they were practicing at the Western 16th Street in Chicago with Horrid, and we went there and we tried to practice at the same room, and Horrid said, no, you cannot practice. You're gonna steal shit. Oh, I don't know what the issue was. So Narcissus says, okay, fuck him. I'm quitting this band. Let's do our own band. So since then we've been practicing all the time, and
So has this been the same lineup since the beginning?
No, it was always me and Narcissus.
Okay.
You know, I would bring the riffs and he will do the drums and push it forward, and then we will find a singer and a bass player. And
we probably went through like
try to do shows.
dozen of vocalists through years. Seriously.
We had a cook that was ripping off shirts and showing muscles, and we had a guy that was selling dope, and he got locked up after 2 weeks.
Oh, that's so good.
He used to bring this hairspray in a can, and the bottom was, you could unscrew the bottom, and he had fucking heroin in there.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you don't want anything to do
and
with that.
after 2 weeks, he calls me. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm not gonna be able to practice." I'm like, "Why?" I'm in jail.
So then a new vocalist.
But he was awesome. He could do like this really deep, death grind vocals, and then he would do like Iron Maiden, at the same time.
All right.
The guy was really, really good. He was much younger than us. He was maybe 21 at that time, and we were, much older.
We're just getting mixed up in the wrong things.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
So then we didn't have a singer for, I want to say, probably years, couple years.
So were you guys still practicing regularly?
Yeah, we were practicing 3 times a week because we're crazy, just to get better.
So
but
were you just playing instrumental, or were you guys singing
mostly
too?
instrumental
we're just
stuff.
we're just writing songs and going forward.
So with any of the instrumental stuff, do you guys record any of that, or you just?
I probably have 70 different songs recorded during those
So
sessions.
the rough mixes though,
Yeah.
but nothing like
On the camera
professional
and stuff,
recording.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Videos and stuff.
So then how long has it been the lineup that it is now? How long have you guys been?
Luke joined us in
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
2013.
He's been pretty steady
Yeah.
and good for us. So
Yeah, he's young and ambitious. He doesn't.
he's very good.
He doesn't.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Shows up at the rehearsal.
If you tell him bring money, he brings money, and we can record.
Perfect. Well,
And before we had Jason, which that's another complicated sort of story.
we got a lot of time.
Yeah, I used to see this guy at the fucking
Mention his
local.
band. What's his band? Recent band right now.
Jason, he's playing in Trist.
Trist.
Trist?
We just
Okay.
played
Yeah,
the show a few weeks
And
ago.
he used to
with
be
a
Consume the
Nike.
Divide, but they stole the name and his band, and it's a whole another band now.
Who was in Consume the Divide?
Jason Denieto is his last name, or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I used to see him at Jewel Asco, where I went to to my bank TCF, and I was like,
He was like
I'm
next door
like-
neighbor.
and I'm like, who's this dude? Long hair, he's got those like 80s sunglasses and tattoos and shit. So finally, after I saw him a couple times, I'm like, hey dude, what do you do? What do you do? Do you play drums or something? Or I asked him if he was a musician, and he's like, I play drums. I think I have like 5 different sets of drums. I'm like, hey, do you want to do vocals? And he's like, why not? Let's do it. So then he comes to the next practice, and he wasn't really a death metal kind of singer. He was like,
Listen to that kind of.
yeah, he listens to like Panthera and like 80s metal more than anything else. And he had that singing style, this 80s thrash sort of more high pitch.
Well, he's a
singing.
drummer.
Everybody calls
Yeah.
him Vince Neil.
Yeah. He looks like that. So we said, we didn't have a vocalist for years and years, so we're just gonna take you. So he said he was, honest and just hardworking and just a cool guy. I would like call him like 5 minutes before practice and say like, hey, we're on practice, and he would drop everything, his family, and he's got kids. He has 3 kids, and he would just say, I'm coming, I'm going to practice, and he would just leave with us.
Come and rock out.
Yeah, and he always
He was
was
very
first.
passionate about music.
Yeah, he was always first to pay for rent, for the practice spot, and to pitch in for the studio time, and he was just, awesome guy.
Actually, he was.
And
he was-
his singing wasn't, what we were looking for, but it was enough to play shows and
and
record.
we had him on a recent recording, that Attorney of Nothing of Us, but then later on we found Luke and we had to replace his vocals.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a pain in the butt.
It was for a couple years.
But do you mind if let me steal one of them CDs really quick? So then,
recorded, what was it, 2008?
No. The first one was 2000.
No, later.
This one we started recording in 2012, I want to say.
so
November 2012.
And then 3 years later, it came out finally.
You can keep him.
No, we went to like Chris Visco, who recorded with Gorgasm and Disinter and
Nice.
Vaco Jesus and who else? Jungle Rat, all those bands.
Nice.
Michael, the shredder, the
was a
guitar
good show.
shredder. Michael Antonio Batio,
Okay.
the shredder.
Yeah.
Angelo.
Sorry, Angelo. So he was busy. He was remodeling his studio. So I called him several times, and he was just not available at the time. So I found this guy in Aurora. I don't know if I should even mention the name of the band
It's in
sound
the booklet, so.
of the sounds there. But anyhow, yeah, it is there. The guy didn't know anything about recording death metal or metal. Period.
Yeah,
He was,
works a lot, but
he's he's recording. He works a lot, really a lot, and he's got a beautiful studio. Probably, he probably put $200,000 in that studio. It's
Jeez.
beautiful and nice. Equipment is just top notch. But he's recording, like rap and jazz and mostly audiobooks.
Yeah.
And he had this like one death metal band there that I knew, and I was like, he had experience with one band.
Yeah.
And he was much cheaper too, and he was available at the time. So we went there, and and everything was fun and stuff. But then we started hearing like the drums are not the way we want them, and and you could hear like he didn't set the mics on the separate stands for every single drum. They were
Yeah.
like hanging on the rims, so you could hear the ringing from the rim.
Oh no.
And there were a couple other issues. He just didn't know enough about metal. He
Yeah.
was like, while we were recording, he was like, "Whoa, you just did this. You did that. How do you do this?" Whoa.
So he was learning as he was
Yeah.
going.
He was like, "So you don't have one tempo, like one rhythm? You have like 5 different rhythms there?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And he's like, "Whoa!" So it was sort of it was weird, and he didn't know like about enough about the death metal and extreme metal music, and my amp blew like after 30 minutes of playing there, and I had to go to Guitar Center and buy a new one.
Oh my
The
goodness.
whole just weird things happened there, and Jason was with us at the time, and what happened? We had an accident there in the
Sure, yeah.
in
I
front of the
I
house.
smashed his windshield
He did,
with
yeah.
my car. No, we were cursed the first day we stepped our foot in there. We were just cursed.
Yeah, so
So that recording is this CD?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eternity of Nothingness CD.
yes,
We kept most of the drum tracks from that studio, and later on they went to Studio One in Racine and redid the
with Chris
vocal.
Visco, yeah, the guy was
Chris,
talking about.
he-
Yeah.
They redid the guitar tracks and did you
No, actually, we
did you
added
do
a couple
bass
solos.
bass tracks?
no, we
We
didn't
added
do.
a couple solos.
We did. Yeah, we added a couple solos, and we redid the vocals, and it was Luke and me. We did the vocals,
Yeah, you did the
by
vocals
by
as well.
ourselves. So
So then just kind of touched it up.
Yeah.
Later
we
on.
had to redo the vocals entirely.
Yeah,
every
he's
single
new
song,
vocalist.
and
And he mastered
and he
it.
did a new mixing and mastering, and yeah.
So-
It then took it took forever to get the artwork going and everything else, pressing.
So then why don't we go ahead and play the first track
Sure.
off of the
What's the first one?
Black Doctor?
Eternity of Nothingness. Is that an intro track or is that an actual
Yeah,
song?
yeah. It's got an intro in it too.
Okay. Well, we'll play the first track, the DITHEIST Eternity of Nothingness. The first track off that is
Sweet, thanks.
Plague Doctor. Took me a second. It's kind of shaded. Yeah. Plague Doctor. Why don't we go ahead and kick that track off and let the world hear some DITHEIST.
They're compromises. It's nothing that is things. Fire is spreading, people dying, stenches rising, bodies piling, blood is pooling in the streets. No escape from this disease. This disease, I'm Holocaust. The doctor says, run for your life. There's no escape, not in my genocide. Burning, brain is melting, blood is boiling, skin is peeling, lips are drying, bones are breaking, heart is burning, it's a go. Fire is spreading, people dying, tension rising, bodies boiling, blood is pooling in the streets. No escape from this disease. Bodies in the streets, there is no escape. The plague compromises, it's no that is slaves. It's never that is snakes.
Well, I expect that type of language at Denny's, but not here. Well, that's too freaking bad. You hear me?
Because we're throwing it back to Morgan and Luco on the Metal Experience.
It's there.
We did a show with Nightcaps, and this other band had those like young dudes carrying their shit, and so he could do that.
Some roadies?
Yeah.
Greg, you're gonna roadie for DITHEIST.
No, I want him as a groupie.
A groupie?
Greg on
They get to
groupie
jizz on your
duty.
face.
As he announces proudly to the camera.
If that thing falls and breaks, I'm not gonna be happy with you. But
We're done.
I only paid
Greg,
$1
I have
for
more
it, so I'm
fun
not too worried
watching
about
you
it.
Walk around with the camera and talking everything.
Are you ready to come back in?
I already am. I've been
Oh.
recording our Greg conversation since they mentioned groupie. I had a
Wait, so
Groupie Greg.
we've been in this whole time?
for a couple minutes, yes.
Well, why don't you go ahead and
We're-
announce
we are
what we
back
just did?
with the Metal Experience. I am
Just
Morgan
going on
Danielle
Greg's rant.
with Luco Blaze and guest silent somewhat host Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. Charlie,
And,
eat a donut.
Our Greg master for the day, and we are here
For the
with-
day?
Well, he's here for the day.
For the ever.
We are here with DITHEIST, and we just heard their track Plague Doctor. I know who I'm going to call when I get sick. Definitely not the Plague Doctor. So tell us a little bit about what that song was about.
Do you guys know what that song's about?
It's basically history, bubonic plague or black plague that happened in Europe in 15th century, I want to say.
The old bubonic plague.
So yeah, like 50% of the world's population died at that time. So the plague doctors were wearing like those like long coats covered with wax, so the disease couldn't get in, and they had like those leather masks filled with
the nose
with like herbs.
Yeah.
They were like full of herbs to filtrate the whatever.
We got it kind of inspired by the history of that Plague Doctor. I started creating
Masks.
masks made out of leather,
And they look awesome.
and we played
For years.
a couple shows with those masks on.
That's pretty
No, I want to say we played with those masks for 2 years at least. With Jason, when Jason was singing, we always sometimes even 4 of us we were wearing the
You're
masks
playing
on stage.
drums with that mask on?
Yeah.
For a little bit. For just one maybe song, and that
Were
was
you
it.
able
The giant nose, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
My nose was so big, it was like this. So I used to put that nose behind my neck so I could play guitar. You know, I would do like that. I would do like that. No, really. This is the real thing.
Your nose was big like a Pinocchio.
Longer.
So then the track we heard, it was off the Eternity of Nothingness CD.
Yeah.
And so that one, this CD was actually released in 2015, it says on the back.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
correct? Okay.
It was
It was
recorded in
pressed.
2012 and 14.
And then
Yeah.
kind of remixed and
Yeah.
remastered and re-recorded and
yeah.
touched up and everything.
Took way too
Only
long.
only the vocals were re-recorded.
Okay. Okay. And the vocalists have, you said Luke on vocals.
So. Look at me. Yeah.
Okay.
I was sort of,
Doing the backgrounds and stuff?
yeah, but he was sort of new to this, and so I was like telling him how to do it.
Come,
and
young
stuff.
grasshopper.
No.
He's teaching.
Like this.
Yeah, sort of like I was, I took over and I was just trying to help him to do this smooth and quick, and at the same time, I came up with ideas. Oh, let's do some more lower and higher vocals here and there. So I just pitched in and did, 3 or 4 songs.
Producing.
Yeah, yeah. you could say
So
that.
the artwork on this.
It's by our good friend Tatomi from California.
He's actually
He's
originally
Romanian. He's an
he's
awesome
from
artist.
He's from Transylvania, I think, originally.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Nice.
He's a really cool guy.
So this is like
This is an oil painting, actually.
Hell
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah
Yeah.
to Tatomi.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
He's the best.
why don't you go ahead and describe what the cover of this CD is?
Luco can show the camera. That Greg.
Many
built.
times I don't want to do it,
Was
Greg,
this something
Greg,
that-
describe what the
Yeah.
cover is.
Well, is this something that you guys had discussed with
Like-
him previously? What you were looking
Yeah,
for?
did you-
No,
Actually,
but
we
he
had a
he
different
knows
idea at the beginning.
he knows what we stand for, and like the can I have it? Yeah, it's here.
His first idea was to have a plague doctor.
Yeah, and like most of the death metal bands are have satanic imagery and all that stuff, and we always do songs like that. So the seal here, it's the seal of Lucifer, and then the eye is sort of a
Oh,
symbol of Jesus, and so
you-
it's all mixed,
You bad kids.
So there's more symbols here, which I don't want to talk about them
Del-
because then people focus on that stuff instead of on music. So
And we don't want to be sued.
yeah.
like Behemoth did.
But in the middle you can see the seal of Lucifer right there.
Right there, yup.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's pretty.
and the whole thing, the whole head is like the pentagram.
Oh yeah.
See it?
And then
Yeah.
some flames. It looks like it's hell.
And the bottom is like just
skulls.
like a
Hell,
tornado
the
or hell, whatever. It's eternity of nothingness, which at that time and for a long time was my life. I felt like my life was eternity of nothingness.
That's not good.
So this is the CD.
Before the end.
It's sort of many times it feels like that way. Just work, pay taxes, and work more and die. Eternity of
Jeez.
nothingness. Bullshit.
So this is
So-
actually pretty cool. I just opened up the
Yeah.
booklet, and inside it also has the. Just so you're saying, the Plague Doctor, the first song, it has all the lyrics
It has
and
a
everything.
plague doctor too.
But it has a
there.
Plague Doctor in
Yeah,
there.
you can show that to the camera.
And then the second one has the centipede. This table scared me. I need to bring some nails over here and nail this fucker down.
I'm just waiting to see the donuts go flying.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh, look at these. Oh, God.
Woo, woo.
Well, you look through that. Let's listen to another
Nice.
DITHEIST track.
Shit.
We do have a ton of music to play tonight.
All right. You want to just keep going in order, or do you want to
Yeah, go ahead.
jump around?
Whatever you feel
Well,
like.
actually, the song-
Yeah, this is a good song actually. Centipede, it's awesome.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, it's like this off, sort of off jazzy,
There was a little
got like
mix
some-
up because the songs are not in order. how
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
on the CD.
You don't have to say that.
No.
So we're going with
Nobody's
Centipede.
gonna
Yes, please.
know that.
All right.
Here we go. That bug that you hate. Here is
buddy.
Centipede.
All together, cast him out, soul and void, living as a vile creature, human centipede. Living on the other chest, flowing in decades, growing on the face of the earth, looking for to feed. Living on the shit. monstrosity, 6 legs by the pain. Living off the other kids, you intend to be. So together, pass them out, you intend to be. One thing so, the others live, you intend to be. Walking on the face of the earth, you intend to be. Vader now.
Hey, this is Snoop from Age Varies, and you're listening to the Metal Experience.
Woo! That scared me. And we are back.
Oh, that's not like you.
It was.
Oh
We just
God.
heard DITHEIST song. We
Like a
just heard
bear.
off of the Eternity of Nothingness CD. We just heard the song Centipede, and I may or may not have pooped in my pants.
Yeah, I was about to say
That caught me very much off guard.
I have diapers in my car if you like.
Yeah, you drive around with diapers?
Yeah, I have 3 kids at home.
Oh, okay.
He's got 3 kids.
3 kids. They need some donuts?
So you never know when
No,
shit's
they don't
gonna
eat
happen.
donuts. They eat pączki.
They don't need any donuts.
Pączkis are donuts, almost, but Polish.
Polish pączki.
Polish
A
donuts?
little more healthier, I think. Yeah.
Not Dunkin'.
So explain this comment to me. When I said, because Eric from Rocket Chicago is posting that he's coming out to hang out with more Luco, Morluco, as
Okay.
a joke that we combined one.
Like Jennifer.
Right.
I mean,
Or
Benifer.
So I put, you mean less Luco and more Morgan, right? And then hashtag I made a funny, because I'm stupid.
I don't get it.
And he goes, you guys are a portmanteau needing to happen.
A what?
Portmanteau. Does that mean combining 2 names? Is that I
I don't know.
understand.
Google search it. That's what the internet's for. Whenever you don't know, just type it into Google.
That's why you pay for a phone bill, right?
Yeah, right?
He's trying to say
Interwebs. Use the interwebs.
we are a
Or ask the stupid Siri or whatever she
Yeah.
is.
a
Ask-
linguistic,
From the iFruit company.
linguistic blend of words needing to happen.
That's good. I like his uses of words.
Yeah, you're not
That's
supposed
GTA.
to. You're not supposed to, advertise anything. So I say iFruit.
That's
Eifert.
iFruit. That's a phone company in GTA 5.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, I play that game all
I played that game since it got released, and I can't
4 years
stop
later, we still
What
play.
system do you play on?
it. PC and 360.
360?
PC is
Yeah, I have
much
the-
better.
haven't
I have-
played
You can
on-
mod it. You can
I
mod
have-
it any way you want it.
I have a modified Xbox 360 in my car right now with GTA on it, and I can run any script I want on it. It's so
Awesome.
Greg, I
fun.
don't know if you
The
should
game
be
is the
announcing
best
this
game
to the
ever
right?
came
world.
out. That's the
It's-
best game. I'm a gamer since I was 7 years old.
Will you add me on it
Yes,
so we
please.
can play together?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I make your car fly. Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Well,
we play.
back to DITHEIST.
Yes.
The track we just heard was Centipede, and that was roughly, loosely, anally loosely based off of.
Just get me
How
started
about-
on GTA 5. I
Human
cannot stop.
Centipede. He wants to keep going.
I know I cannot.
Yeah, the song Centipede GTA 5.
I'm the same way. I can play that game day and night.
Oh my goodness.
I'm waiting for my Rift
It's like real life.
Yes.
Oculus. It's coming next month.
Oh my god.
All right, back to the song.
So it's loosely based off of. Well, it's based
How
off
about
of
you
movie
read us
Human
the
Centipede.
lyrics and,
Yeah.
and we judge it because some of
You
these
should
are
read
pretty,
some of the
Yeah,
lyrics.
like a children's
All right.
story. Wait,
Okay,
here
look,
we go.
look at the
Children's
camera.
story for adults.
Look at the camera while you
How
read
is he
it.
supposed to look at the camera while he reads
I'm
it?
going to read the first 2
Like
paragraphs.
this.
Read it like you read porn.
3 strangers brought together, ass to mouth, sewn as one, living as a worthless creature, the human centipede.
Yep.
Abomination to science and nature, futile attempts at escape, living off the shit of others. Slowly, it decays. There we go. I like this one. segmented monstrosity walking on the earth, 12 legs, writhing in pain. 12 legs. So this human centipede has gotten more than just 3 people if it's got 12 legs.
Yeah.
It's got 6 people now.
Oh,
6
you can
people,
add.
ass to mouth, sewn together, writhing in pain,
That is
living off the shit of
disgusting.
others.
That is disgusting.
Have you ever seen the movie Human Centipede?
No, I
Gregory?
have not.
I've
I'm not gonna
I've
watch
seen
it.
all of them, even the newest one. Yeah.
And fun stuff. Fun stuff. There's some things you can't unsee.
No, that's the thing. I don't want to see that movie because you cannot unsee
Yeah.
it.
You can't.
They're not
I'm
that.
with
They're
you.
not that bad.
I'm with
Come on.
you.
Yes.
I'm with you.
But
So, Mike, did you see the video for cattle decapitation?
Oh, that's
Which-
the sickest video I've ever seen. I wish I have never seen that.
no,
Cattle
It was
decapitation.
fucking awesome. I love that fucking
Yup.
video.
It's
Yup.
very sick.
Greg's wearing a cattle decap shirt.
Yep. Cattle decap is
I'm
the
honest,
shit.
I'll
The
Pop.
forced gender reassessment.
Yes.
episode?
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Well, this
I
is a
could
good
only
transition.
imagine.
What were some of the bands that got you started into metal?
My first album I bought was Cannibal Corpse Eaten Back to Life.
Nice.
Shit, me too.
Kill 'Em All, my Metallica. That was my
I'll-
first album
He
I ever
said
bought.
some
I was like 13 and I went to this I think it was like a sort of like a flea market, and this guy was selling like the brand new tapes, and I bought all 3 Cannibal Corpse tapes. So it took me, I want to say maybe a year to sort of learn how to listen to extreme music, because I played it first and I was like,
What the
hell?
fuck? Yeah.
how do you focus here?
What were you listening to before?
I was into hardcore music, like 25 Alive or the New Jersey, what do you call them? Crap.
New Jersey crap.
No, the legends of hardcore. What do you call them?
Propane?
No,
Biohazard?
no, that's not hardcore.
It is hardcore.
No, soft. Softcore.
Someone.
But
ordered
anyhow, I was listening and playing hardcore music, and then I was like, we should play this 10 times faster, just get as fast as we can, So it turned into death metal.
Nice.
So then the Cannibal Corpse. I remember the first time. I know what you're talking about. When you first hear it, it's kind of like. I didn't like the vocals because it was just like I like the music. It's super talented, but like the vocals, just like what the fuck,
For me,
But
it
then
was the
Only
growling.
pussies say that.
slowly you start listening to it more, and you're just like,
It fits. It fits the riffing and everything.
When I was growing up, if it wasn't growling, I didn't like
no.
it. I didn't like King Diamond.
No.
I'm like, what
I love King
what
Diamond.
was wrong with me?
Oh my goodness.
Everyone is different.
I love King Diamond. That was the best show I've ever seen, the King Diamond show. Back
One of the best
back
shows
in
I've seen.
2004, I believe. Was it Double Door?
Yeah.
The best show I've ever seen in my life.
Nice and cozy.
That show and Black Sabbath this year was fucking awesome too.
Woo!
They're
I
coming
saw
back
him-
one more show in Tinley Park in September.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
I saw King Diamond at
Have some fries, guys.
we were both there. House of Blues, Nile, Behemoth, King Diamond. It was fucking awesome.
Yep.
It sounded like a CD,
Yeah, it always
just
does.
crisp and perfect, There was,
He's the best. His best
Just-
vocals ever.
and I saw him last year.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw him last year at the Aragon. Jesus, I couldn't record like that even in studio. It was just not too much bass, or treble or nothing. It was just perfect. You could hear all the solos, bass lines, and vocals. It was just perfection.
Mixed very well.
Yeah, and I think it's the sound system too, because you can go to Reggie's and have a band like that, and they're not going to sound the same way because they only have 2 speakers and
Yeah.
that's all. And in Aragon, you have them all around
Oh
you.
yeah.
So
Well,
you
it's
can,
a
so you don't have to
huge
play as
venue.
loud. You can play it at 5 or whatever, and you can hear everything.
Just pump it through the speakers of
Yeah,
the venue. That's where I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah, exactly.
Well, we got a ton of music to play. Why don't we keep on rolling through? Why don't we the next track? That is the self-titled track off this CD, "Eternity of Nothingness." Before we play the song, what's this one about?
Like I said, it was my life. That's how I still feel that same way. I watch the TV or I see the stupid politicians arguing about shit, and then you have to be their slave, and I instantly I think eternity of nothingness, and then you fucking die. It's over.
And then you create brutal death metal.
That's why we need to jam more.
Yeah, now I'm sort of busy, so we don't jam almost at
So
all.
you got eternity of jamming.
Yeah.
All right.
The less we jam, we more depressed we are.
Oh,
And
that's not good.
the weirdest stuff comes out of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's two of us actually.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I get super depressed when I don't jam.
Well, chow down on some French fries and some donuts. Hopefully,
Here
get
we
pretty
go.
happy tonight. Well, we got we'll do the title track "Eternity of Nothingness" off the "Eternity of Nothingness" CD. This is DITHEIST. Let's do it.
Voices in my head, telling me beware, telling me you are there, that you'll never care. Take them out, make them stop. Voices in my mind, schizophrenic delusions, making me unwind. I want silence, I want quiet, I want solitude. Eternity of nothingness, nothing else will do. Your love will make me stronger, your love will make me clean. Your love will make the voices stop, and I will be free. Voices in my mind, voices of the dead, voices always sing, voices they command, voices in the night, voices can't break free, voices in the depth of the soul, voices on loose control. I am never free. Thousands of moons now is a free. I want silence, I want quiet, I want solitude. Eternity of nothingness, nothing else will do. Your blood will make me stronger, your blood will make me clean. Your blood will make the voices stop, and I will be free. Put them all, kill them all, slay them all, hate them all, devour them all, decapitate them all, slaughter them all, kill them all. I am never free.
We are Conniption, and I am Michael Brigham.
I'm Bill House.
Andy Martin.
Cody Juke.
And you're listening to The Metal Experience.
All right, we just heard another track off the Eternity of Nothingness full length, and that was Eternity of Nothingness by DITHEIST. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. Took me a second here. I don't know what I'm doing. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. I got Gregory, Greg Master over here being a goofy bastard, walking around with the camera, and we got Charlie drinking, drinking some hard apple ciders.
Who is he?
Eating donuts.
Who is he?
Charlie, who are you? Explain to the world who you are. I'm just a guy.
He doesn't know. Jesus.
Almost every weekend I'm out at shows and I help bands move gear.
And then he comes out to the Mel Experience, hangs out, grabs some bevs, and hangs out with the bands, promoting the metal scene.
Awesome. We
Do you
need
play?
more people like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you play guitar or something or whatever? Nothing?
Nope.
Flute.
I play the flute.
No.
Charlie, no instruments? Nothing?
Nope.
Skin flute? Nothing? All right. You heard it first. Charlie just hangs out, likes metal.
Maybe you should start, learning something. Why not? You love metal anyway.
Have you ever played any instruments?
In elementary school, I used to play the trumpet.
The trumpet. All right,
that's
that's
cool.
a start.
Behemoth did saxophone or something on their newest CD on the Satanists. It sounds cool. It's like a solo, on a sax.
Greg plays saxophone? Get out of here.
That's sexy.
That's sexy.
It is sexy.
That's so sexy.
Kenny G style.
Can you play like Kenny G, Greg? All right.
Come on.
That's not sexy.
He's not Jewish enough to do that.
All right. Well, on saxophone, I bet that sounds horrid. Jesus.
I don't know if horrid
Jeebus.
is the right word.
Oh no, it is. For Greg's saxophone player, do you have a saxophone? No, he gave
He's
it up.
working on it. He's getting one.
Gotta buy my
He ordered one.
saxophone
It's
back.
coming in next week.
Gotta
Bring
buy
it with
my
him.
saxophone back. Buying it with donuts. Oh my goodness! All right. So then, this CD, you guys have some other CDs out, don't you?
The first one was just a EP, 4 songs.
And when did that come out?
2008, February.
February 2008,
Yeah.
and that had.
We had 10 songs or more back then, but I only had 3 days to record it. So in 3 days we were able to record 4 songs, and that was it. Which was a waste of a beautiful, cover and by the same guy.
Sorry, that won't be on there.
Oh my goodness! So what you didn't know is Morgan just turned on some fucking
No, it automatically loaded.
just blasting music
Sorry.
at like level 15, blowing up her ears. She does that all the time. She does it all the time.
So the same guy did the cover and all the whole layout and T-shirts and everything. So, but it took another how many years?
'Cause you're lazy.
Bunch of years, Jesus.
So
No, it's not about being lazy. It's about you schedule a studio time and this guy shows up and this one doesn't want to do it and it's always a conflict. Everyone has to
Hard
work
to find
and
everybody, get together.
yeah.
So then the 4 songs of that demo, what was that demo called? Anything or just
Seduction of Demons.
Seduction of Demons?
Yeah.
And you said a cover? You guys were doing a cover?
No. I was talking about the
the cover, like
the artwork.
Okay.
Cover
Okay.
artwork, yeah.
Have you ever done a cover?
We did. We used to
Live.
play Morbid Angel. Which song was it?
Can't remember.
Where the steam?
It was that long ago.
It was about 2006, 7. But people used to freak when we did it. And we did Cardinal by Vader. Yeah. That's actually our biggest influence, Vader.
Vader.
I knew Peter for years, and I went to so many shows when I was a teenager in Poland. So I was just everything I play, you can hear Vader in it. Same with Behemoth. We all knew Nergal. Narcissus even did their when they were touring here for the first time. He did like their unofficial DVD, at one of the bars in Aurora. And
First underground video I did for them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty cool. That was at Aurora Riley's.
2002 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that was.
And we were always like, fuck. At least we have 2 bands that everyone knows around the world. We were like, I was always proud that we have 2 main Polish bands that are push extreme metal.
Don't
music
forget
forward.
about Decapitated.
Yeah,
Decapitated. They just
from his town actually.
Yeah,
they just came in not too long ago.
Yeah, we were drinking and hanging out and
Nice.
going crazy. Yeah.
You just named 3 very, very, very good
Influential
bands.
bands. Yeah.
Oh.
We actually have like the first EP was I would say 30% of it was like this, decapitated riffing. So it's like so deep inside of your mind,
ingrained.
You don't even think about it, and you're doing it.
Just blasting. Well, we got a bunch of tracks. Why don't we just keep on going? Let's hear some more
I
DITHEIST.
found the Thrown into Oblivion and Seduction of Demons. Do you want?
Yeah, that's a cool song. It's really awesome. I want to mention that Dorian Brainwater was playing with us back then. He's playing in Phobia, Noisier, Phobia, Kill the Client, Excruciating Pain. Just so many great bands.
So then this song we're going to play then is off of that demo.
You want to play both of the Thrown into Oblivion and Seduction of Demons?
Sure, why not?
Right.
Dorian does solos in those songs.
Fuck
Not
yeah.
all of them, probably 60%. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Morgan, announce one more time what let's do.
We're playing a couple of older tracks from DITHEIST called Thrown into Oblivion and then Seduction of Demons.
All right, let's do it.
Wake up screaming, they're taking you away. Crossing over to insanity with no one to blame. You reach for it, don't know return, and don't wanna know what is real. Happiness has disappeared, and fear is all you feel. Games of humiliation, uncanny degradation, embellishing sensation. Demonology, that's my afterlife, and you have to fight. Demon spirit, consuming your soul. Eternally agonize, sit by the flame. Horns pierce your aura, like fire in your heart. Eternally baptized by fire, equally sculpting your entity. Infinitely tied in limbo.
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
Fuck you! Will you wear the blood? So swallowed up.
Sometimes, what do you guys? I'm curious. Doing a radio show.
So we've got guests and they don't know that I'm recording them coming out. They're just eating donuts. And Luca was telling them what
Yeah, I
we're
can
all
hear
about.
it. The vocals, it's almost the same. I'm
So
like,
we just heard
it doesn't sound like
two
a chick at
tracks
all.
by
I'm like, what the
our
hell?
new friends at DITHEIST.
She's probably young too, like 18, 19 or
Fucking
something.
awesome. The first track was called Thrown into Oblivion, and the second track was
Still young.
Seduction
A
of
child,
Demons.
almost.
We're sponsored by them.
It's pretty brutal. So
We need some
we're
answers.
just talking and talking and talking. I decided to start the show without him, just to see what happens.
Wow, holy
Thinking
shit.
that those guys were going to talk into the mic, but I guess that didn't happen.
Are we on?
We are on because I thought those guys were going to say something. I didn't want to
Oh,
make a funny moment.
I was
So
just talking about
we're back.
softball and,
I said
and
the
donuts.
tracks that we were going to do, that we just played.
What did we just play?
So we did a song of Seduction of Demons.
That's the thing.
Which was the beginning of the band.
gotta
and,
start really
and,
young.
Seduction of Demons.
I have to mention John Gunerka, who started this band with me actually, and Narcissus. It was three of us, and John left after maybe a year. He got married, and his wife was pregnant, and all that shit.
All that stuff.
So yeah,
he moved on. Life moves on.
Yeah, he cannot even play guitar these days. So
666.
Yeah.
but he comes to shows sometimes, once in a while, and we're still friends.
You know what I'm thinking is, I think we need to get these guys to do some sweepers for us.
All right.
You're listening to these metals experience. Yes.
Woo! Eating donuts.
Yeah.
Well, what were the two tracks we just heard again, Morgan?
So the first track was called Thrown into Oblivion, and the second track was called Seduction of Demons.
Which is the title track.
The title track off the
Title
2009,
Right.
2008 demo that you guys put out.
Yeah.
Whew, man, I am full of donuts.
So maybe we should
We
do
actually
your...
Have one more.
We're actually giving away those CDs at the Milwaukee Metal Fest.
Are you guys playing there?
No, we were just giving the CD away, and it got into Mosh Pit Madison Radio in Wisconsin, you know. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So then, why don't you go ahead and any of the live shows, any awesome live show experiences when we were first starting? You were like, we got stories for days.
First show we ever did was at the Penny Pop Road, and we did. It was sort of empty, maybe 5-7 people there, and some other bands like Cog and Last Dog and some other friends. But it was cool, you know. At the end we played the cover by Morbid Angel, and everyone was super excited, and it was a cool experience, you know. First show live. And Dorian, the guy that I mentioned before, he's an amazing guitar player. He's 100 times better than I am, you know. He can play anything, you know. That's why he's playing in like 5 bands, you know, that have record deals, and he knows everyone. And you know, they like with Kill the Client, they had a contract with Scion, you know. They would just fly him anywhere, you know, to Chicago, LA, and do shows, you know, get paid and stuff. But he's an awesome guy. But he was sort of like he just liked our music, so he said, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna help you." And he did vocals on that very first show and a couple others, and it was sick, you know. And he was doing like this, you know, sort of. We were playing death metal, but he was doing this deep grind of vocal. So then people started saying, you know, we're death grind band, you know, because he was doing this, this like biggie grind vocal. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, he was just going crazy, you know, drinking lots of beer.
So that was the first show.
Yeah.
What about everything in between? What are give me some crazy stories?
Then we had lots of shows at the City Lights, which was on Irving Park Road and close to Edison somewhere. And the joint was owned by Italian mafia. So every time we played there,
Jogurt?
a couple days after that or weeks after that, you know, cops will come in and locked up the whole place, and then, you know, they will pay them off and open up again, and they will play, you know, we will play a show for 100 people there, you know, and it kept going like that for a year or two, and so we had lots of fun there. It was cool. Cool joint. City Lights. It's a different place now. It's like a restaurant or something.
No more live music.
Owned by mafia.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. The guy was weird. It was cool.
Oh,
and
my
after
goodness.
that, we did. Oh Jesus! What we did? We were working on the new songs for the Seduction of Demons. But we did lots of shows everywhere. And Iori, you know, we did Iori like, jeez.
Oh, for a million times.
We did it so many shows. We did so many shows there that every time I tried to book something there, he's like, no fucking way, I'm not playing there anymore. And I'm like,
we're like locals at the fucking Iori.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you want that fucking delicious free pizza? And he's like,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That pizza was so good. That was probably one of the most disappointing things, seeing metal, and now you can't eat delicious pizza.
Oh, it's closed down.
Play video games over there or something, or are they making?
What is that? Does you guys know what that place is now?
Which place?
Yodi? What?
Saying that somebody said that they were making video arcades over there.
Is it still just? But is it still just vacant? Like there's nothing in there?
There's something going on there. There's some remodeling and stuff.
But it's not like open to the public. It's still.
There is they have, you know, there is a business there. You know, they started, you know, paperwork for it and stuff, but I don't know. I don't remember the details. So.
All right. Well, who cares?
Yeah, it was a cool spot though.
If they don't make the delicious pizzas anymore.
But even the place, you know, next door, the blues joint.
Blues Brothers?
Whatever. That was awesome. That place was so cool. You know,
With they had the
cool
blue,
joint.
the blue
The
neon
car,
light sign, right?
They had the car in there, you know.
And it
on the
lit
second
up the whole
story.
street.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was really nice. So
Blued me up. Well,
they had a whole feud with, you know, with the owner of Yori and the city hall. You know, they were trying to kick him out, and it was dirty. So he took him to court and won and quit the whole business.
He won
like $6 million or something like that.
And then just closed up shop and took off.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you know what?
He's an older guy. He was there for 46 years or so.
Whew.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't sell it.
So he's in his, I think it was just overnight decision because he didn't even tell his employees.
That's brutal.
Like Jimmy from Jungle Rat, he used to do the.
Are you talking about Old Town Inn?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He used to set up our shows and all that stuff.
Yeah, Jimmy's a good guy.
So he didn't even know about it. He was there for years and years.
Yeah, we had the last show
just
booked there actually, and it was like in a week. Not even the people that worked there. Everybody was just
no one knew.
Gone. People had plans for the holidays. People were dependent on that money to buy their kids Christmas presents or holiday presents, and nope, that guy just closed up shop, and that was it.
Did you even have a chance to do that? You said that last.
Oh no, we moved it. We talked to Dave over at Livewire.
You know what?
And we were able to move
I
it,
remember
so,
that. I remember that now.
Oh yeah, our second heavy holiday show. I used to book with Jimmy all the time out in the burbs, and as soon as that was shut down, we had to move it right away. So,
well, joining us,
hey,
Eric from Rockin' Chicago.
Hey everybody,
Hello, Eric.
We got DITHEIST on tonight.
DITHEIST, you guys rock.
And,
Good to see you.
Yeah, Eric, we played a couple of bands earlier today.
You did.
Earlier tonight that will be playing at the Cancer Smash benefit.
Yep.
This coming May 7th at the Cairo Ale House in West Chicago. And
beautiful West Chicago.
Why don't you go ahead and take it away? You got some announcements for us.
Well, you kind of did half of it for me. So we are doing our third annual Cancer Smash this year is out in the burbs. And I kind of went for broke. Usually, we started off doing this format where we do a couple of nights. Last year I kind of pulled it back in and wanted to do something in the city. Then I brought it back out to the burbs. And Cairo has been really amenable with the show. And
any open spots?
Excuse me.
No.
What's your name? Maybe I know you from Facebook.
Eric. Eric Oldman.
Eric from Facebook.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone about doing a show in Cairo.
You'd probably
Many
want to
times,
talk
but I
to
don't remember.
Andrew or Gail for that.
I got awesome pizza
I
there.
did talk to
Yeah.
someone. Yeah.
Anyways, so we wanted to do something with 2 stages but 1 venue this year, and they're pretty accommodating for it. So this year we're doing something with 12 bands. It's something I've never attempted before.
Wow.
And, all the proceeds from the door, we're doing a drawing where, we have tattoo artists from the area. They're all doing gift certificates. We have a music shop in Batavia that's donating equipment and stuff. All the proceeds from that are going to go to the American Cancer Society. They do a lot of work with research. They fund a lot of major research programs in the United States for different cancers that are going on, and also do a lot of with patient assistance. I myself am a cancer survivor, and I leaned on them quite heavily, especially for the sort of the counseling and sort of getting your life back together bit of it. Once you move past that. So great organization. This is the 3rd year we're doing it. We have 12 bands on. You guys played Worm. We're a fantastic industrial band that's been around for a bit. And then we have Soul Sharer. They're sort of a progressive metal band. Good guys. And then we also have guys who are kind of more in the classic vein. And you guys might know Tony Spillman Sr.,
Tony.
From Trouble and Ministry fame, and he did some time with Prong too, but he's got his own project now that Earth and Grave is kind of collapsed and is no more. Spillage, which is his own band, he's got a bunch of great guys. Actually, I think the guy who is in Earth and Grave is singing now, but that's a fantastic classic metal doom band that's on there. So that's kind of our metal section of the Cancer Smash show for this year, and it's all ages too. We got stuff for kids to do. That's one thing that we're really trying to be conscientious of. It's hard is if you have kids, to find something to do while you want to go to the show. Either you have to pay for a sitter or you lean on your family to do that. But since it's going to be kind of an earlier show, it's all ages. Kids are welcome to come and chill out. I'm going to have a big-ass bowl of earplugs for kids, so they deal with the sound. We're going to have activities for them. And as you said, great pizza. It's a good place for food. And they're going to have a main stage, and then we're going to try to, if it's nice out, we're actually going to have an outdoor stage as well for this year. So that's what we got going on. And more Luco.
Hey.
Can I make a portmanteau out of you guys, or is that gay? Is that lame?
No one has ever attempted it. Go right ahead.
I did.
Be
Well,
the
last
first.
time you were on my show, I did more Guco, but that just kind of sounds like something that like
gooey.
Yeah, like you just want to like get a napkin, But more Luco has that like sort of mysterious sort of like he like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like Benifer or Brangelina. You guys are more Luco.
Brangelina.
But there's like some
gotten, like, a
subtext though. Like
celebrity status, right?
Morgan's like, no, I don't want more Luco. So. Oh, you guys need to do that. Yeah,
We need a face swap and then put the.
It's like a magician or something. The amazing Morluco, Sorry, I'm making fun.
It's all good. It's all good.
Morgan and Luco.
Celebrity
Hanging
status
out.
right there.
Luco and Morgan and Luco. So
rocking out.
Anyways, thanks for having me on. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate it.
We have donuts.
Oh my God,
if you would like 15 of them.
No, good God, I'm gonna have a diabetic coma. So, where'd you guys get donuts from? Is that something that they have here? Are you the donut man?
The donut man.
The donut man. Donut camera.
He brings donuts.
The website guy
almost,
too, right?
Yep. Almost every week. For us in the band.
You're the guy who makes the things. You make the donuts,
bar
make
patrons.
the movies.
Look, let's take a minute and do your unsigned band pick of the week.
Making
What
the
you
moves.
think?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So.
Are you gonna stick around, or are you taking off? Or
I could
eat
stick
a couple
around.
donuts?
More than welcome to stick around.
I could stick around.
Absolutely.
Could ask some
All right.
questions.
Fuck yeah. Well,
It's that time.
it's that time.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
All right, this week we have from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the band Living Through Ghosts with the song Wake the Gods. Turn it up.
Location, creed, a catalyst for supreme torture of flesh. Right with terror and insanity. Behind the hands of which suffering and casualty is laid, we have awoken the gods, and their punishment has been dealt.
What's up, guys? I'm Anthony.
I'm Cody.
He's from Tom. And we're from Orinoco. Thanks for listening
to the Metal Experience.
Gonna get you to do that again, but just like, better.
To the Metal Experience.
That was great.
That's it. That's it.
Love it.
That's it.
Love it.
We just heard Living Through Ghosts from Minneapolis, Minnesota. That song was Wake the Gods. And I am Luke O'Blaze with Morgan Danielle. We got keep getting more. Charlie's leaving. See you later.
See you, Charlie.
Grab another beverage.
Charlie.
He didn't say much. Anyway.
We got he's just hanging out.
He's cool.
He just comes for the booze.
Yeah.
We got Greg over here rocking the recording device. We got Eric rocking Chicago hanging out with us.
Hey.
And we are still on with DITHEIST hanging out. And so what you guys got any shows coming up?
Do we?
His face just
No.
went like...
No? Okay.
Because I work so much, I don't want to book anything.
All right.
Because last time we did like 2 or 3 shows, and I went fucking crazy just to make it to the show, and dude, it's insane for me now. Right now
So right now, okay. And then what does the future hold for you guys? You guys got
we're gonna have the vinyl, 4 songs from this city on a vinyl together with a split with Malas from Chicago.
Nice.
And it costs a lot of money, so it's gonna take couple
Hells
months to finish it.
Alex and Eric from Alice.
And the drummer.
Curly.
When is that supposed to be out?
Exactly.
When they have the money for it.
Yeah. Exactly.
As soon as we put everything together.
And then you have to wait for the vinyl to come too.
Yeah,
That's
6 months waiting. Yeah.
6
It's 6 months waiting.
It's always a waiting
because
for vinyl.
They do the test press, and then if you approve that, you have to wait 5 weeks for your stuff to come in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's not there's a shortage of like vinyl pressing plants now.
Yeah, but
Well, maybe
because there's
There's
so many
demand.
bands, they
Right.
want to do vinyls.
That's why it's so expensive.
Maybe you should get a GoFundMe campaign going, raise the money, and then get it
Well,
done.
we
so
don't give a
people-
shit. We don't give a shit. We're gonna pay for it.
But my Christmas gift is gonna be a DITHEIST vinyl.
Yeah, but it took forever.
They'll be ready.
To converting the layout from CD to vinyl. He started doing it. A year went by. He didn't fucking finish it. Then I talked to him, and I'm like, shit, we're not gonna do it. So I gave all the artwork and layout to Eric from Malas, and he did it in 2 days. Me and him, we did it in 2 days.
2 days.
With all the relics and stuff.
Your fly is down.
So now it's all
Classy.
now it's all about finishing touches and making decisions and getting together $2,000, which is not going to be difficult between 7 of us, 2 bands. or 8
Yeah.
of us. Yeah, 7. So it should go smoothly from there, but you know, you have to wait at least 5-6 months for to get the vinyl.
I want to mention Yarek plays in another band. Another band who joins room with us. Yarek, want to mention your band as well?
Yeah.
You're in Inner Decay?
Yes.
Yeah, he plays bass.
We were talking about Inner Decay earlier. You didn't-
He did say that. He said,
You
we'll
deaf?
have more shirts
You deaf old
later."
man?
When I heard him say that, he said,
He
"We'll
put two
have
and two
more."
together.
I
It's
wasn't
okay.
like,
He
"No,
doesn't understand
okay,
it.
well."
I heard you.
Will.
I
heard him say, "We'll have more shirts," but I didn't.
Because
Well,
I
okay.
hate talking about myself all the time and my brand. I want to talk about somebody else.
Well, you got to give us a quick rundown on what Inner Decay is doing right now.
But he can tell you.
I will get a couple shows coming up. One on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, and I believe it's Livewire.
Okay.
Nice.
They always play at Livewire. We started, and then they came and took over. Not really. Just.
And we just recorded the demo, a while ago, but it's only 3 songs, just a demo. We will try to record like soon, maybe a few months from now. We're gonna record some more songs, so we're gonna have a whole album ready.
They have a video too, if you want to check it out.
A music video.
Yeah,
Yes, music video.
It's simple but pretty cool.
What's the music video for? What song?
That was for the war. What's the name of the song? Down the Civilization.
Down the Civilization, Inner Decay. You can check that out on YouTube. And I have watched that before.
Porn.com, actually.
Porn on Pornhub.
RedTube, right.
On RedTube.
YouPorn.
I watched it on YouPorn. Woo!
It's really brutal, right?
Yeah, right?
A lot of porn for you.
It's a sausage fest.
Oh my goodness!
Like every single death metal show.
Well, we got
exactly the same.
We got more tracks. Did you want to play? There's one more track off the demo, right? Or did you want to keep going off?
There's
of
four tracks on the.
So there's 2 more
production.
songs off the demo.
Yeah.
Did you want to keep playing songs off the demo, or do you want to play?
We could do one more of the demo.
All right.
Which ones you have there?
It's all right, Morgan. You can tell us.
Well, that's the thing is. there
It's
was
not a
only
secret?
2 for download up for the Bandcamp.
Oh. Well, you know what?
Buy one, get one free. Or
Why don't we
something?
just keep going with
I
the
don't know, you
eternity
tell
of?
me, it's your band page.
I did it, but I don't remember.
Why don't we just keep on going off tracks? The eternity.
Yeah. Why
of
not?
nothingness.
Let me pick one.
Yeah. What's the next one you want to play?
Just do Doom.
Doomed is sick. It's sort of like Suffocation and Cannibal Corpse in there. You can hear it. And it's not because I was listening to it or anything. It just came out at practice, and it sounds like Suffocation. The beginning.
All right, rock and roll. DITHEIST, the song Doom. Let's do it.
Surrender your soul, cause I'm nothing after you. World is as oligarchy. Automate and war machines. People live in anarchy. Slaves to violence and fear. God created my own hell. Toxic air fills the streets. Empty souls fall down by the millions. Looking for new souls to feed. Doomsday clock is ticking forward. Nuclear war now on the horizon. Prison radiation fall from sky. All mankind lies down for oblivion.
This is not rock and roll!
You're goddamn right.
This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
Morgan.
Freeman.
Polo.
We're back with DITHEIST. I am Morgan Danielle, Luco Blaze, Greg Master, holding.
When did you become Luco Blaze?
That's my middle name.
We've got Charlie.
Oh,
here,
okay.
Eric from Rocket
Crazy,
Chicago,
right?
And
Hey.
Of course, the guys from
Hey, man, you got something to say? All right.
Charlie's
just
an
hanging out.
I didn't want to
observer.
like hog the mic, you know.
It's all good. And we just heard another track by DITHEIST off of the Eternity of Nothingness CD that was called Doomed.
Yeah.
As you could tell in the track, there was a ton of doom because the word doom was used a lot. But anyway.
Good one, Morgan.
I mean, I thought I'd just say that like that. But we are back, and
Why aren't you playing shows? Just.
We do not right now.
We just did
I don't want
a
to.
few
I
weeks
don't want
ago.
to book.
Are you guys writing?
We
or-
just did a
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
a few weeks ago at NICAP.
Oh, okay.
We have about 8 songs ready for the new album.
We'll probably book some shows this summer. I love to play this summer.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Sorry, I was just finishing reading up all the thank
We
yous.
just
on
did
the
like
CD.
I don't know, probably 2 or 3 shows in a row, and now I'm sort of. I just have to get more time off from work, so.
Kinda
Yeah,
unlike-
So I can think about
understand
music, and I'm not busy with freaking slavery, you know.
that. Right.
So
and
you-
there's the whole like loadout thing at 2 a.m. too, which isn't fun. So
Yeah,
1
yeah.
a.m.
Then
or
you don't
whatever's-
sleep and-
Right.
So then you said you got 8 tracks already ready to go for another recording?
We'll probably have
Yeah,
more.
Yeah.
10, I would say.
We're
But we have to,
anxious
you know.
get more recordings. To
We
do.
can play all of them, but we should really get together and practice like 3 times a week for a month, and
To
then
lock
go.
them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then go to the studio.
And
So
don't do the same mistake we did last time at the recording.
We'll finish the songs in the studio.
No. We
You
were
get
playing.
everything done beforehand.
Some
right?
of them we were
Yeah.
playing for
Details,
2
like
years.
details were,
Details, yeah.
Yeah, more
So yeah, I wanted to do 4 or 5 guitars, so I
Before
did
you
that.
go
So
to the
yeah.
studio, you gotta
But-
figure out all the details.
Mm.
You gotta know everything. How you gotta
Do that beforehand.
He's talking about himself. Because really, he was fresh, sort of, with us, and still trying to figure out, all the
he
parts
can
of the
handle
bass.
it.
He's
don't
the
worry,
bass
he can
player?
handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
dude.
and I started, and I
I only play 4 strings.
yeah, and I started saying, oh, do the part that I do, 2 octaves higher or 1 octave higher or something, and it was lots of work for him to do it in
Just
a
learning
short
it.
period of time.
Learning it in the studio.
No, he can learn like this. It's not a problem with him.
Learning
If
it
he-
in the studio is
if-
expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
If I was the bass player, and if we reverse the roles, I would never learn 10 or 8 songs in such short period of time.
Well, we played the show like 4 weeks after. We had few rehearsals. I had few rehearsals
Yeah,
with them, and we played one show.
Yeah, I could never learn stuff like that in couple days or whatever. Especially when the rhythm changes and all that stuff. In one song, there's like 15 different riffs, and it's pretty confusing.
So then this new CD you said what are
It's gonna
the
be
plans?
called. I think it's gonna be called Cosmic Liar, which is about Satan.
Yep. That was
And,
my
uh,
idea.
This
That was
CD
my
supposed
idea.
to be called something else. Dude.
Oh, Alchemist.
supposed to
Either
be-
Alchemist or Cosmic Liar.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
supposed to be
Cosmic Liar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I already have the. I'm talking to the artist that painted that cover.
So the same artist that did
Yeah,
this
and he did the first one too, the Seduction of Demons.
is doing the new artwork also.
Yeah, so we have everything together. Just we just have to practice more
And get it locked down.
and get in the mood, And
All right. Well, get me in the mood. We got 4 more tracks to play. Why don't we keep on rolling with another track? What's the next track you guys want to play? You want to keep
Crippling Fixation is really fucking awesome. It's like jazz and extreme metal and thrash and solos and crazy shit.
All right.
There's a few different genres mixed in there.
Crippling
Like
Vexation.
I think we took good 2 years to learn this song, all of us. So we are perfect, in sync. Because
Alright.
it's so different and weird,
That was back then when we were jamming with Dorian.
Yeah.
Actually,
I came up with the song, and
I think
and he wrote the lyrics for
yeah,
it. You know.
that's. I think he named that song.
And
as well.
he named the song, and then many bass players later, Jarek took over, and in between we had I thought
Do you measure bass players in years?
Yes.
I should mention him, Steve Larson.
Good,
the guy
good guy.
was just freaking amazing. He, the bass player we had before him took about 8 months, maybe a year to learn all the songs. This guy came to practice twice. Once he was there for like hour and a half, and the other time he was there for 2 hours. And he was better than this other guy after 1 year. And at the same time, he listened to the CD a few times. He was singing.
Oh wow!
So he did all the bass duties, and he was singing, and it was just a 3-piece. And I think that was like
that was awesome.
we were like the tightest, the best at that time. I think 3-piece and just blasting.
But now Yadek's here.
Yeah,
so it's even better.
No, so now we need a singer.
If you can sing, that'll be awesome. It'll be 3-piece.
Steve was
3-piece bands are the best.
Yeah, Steve is so good that he didn't really want to practice. He didn't need it. He would just come,
It was like a jukebox.
So
He could play
he would
anything
come
you
and play Europe and Asia and Led Zeppelin and Beatles and this and that and Presley.
A human jukebox.
Classical music, and he was just kind of bored. He was like, okay, like this, like that, like that, I got it. Okay, next. I'm like, wait a minute.
All right. Well, we're gonna be playing "Crippling Vexation" off of the Eternity of Nothingness album. This is DITHEIST. Let's do it.
lingering death. With a tainted audacity, we all existed.
This is Frankie from the Bloodline, and you're listening to the Metal Experience with Greg Valentine.
And we are back. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, Greg Master, Eric from Rockin' Chicago is here, Charlie's hanging out, and we are here with DITHEIST.
DITHEIST.
And we just played one more track off of the Eternity of Nothingness CD, and that was called Blind Dead.
No, it was not.
It was called Crippling
Vexation.
2 out of 3?
Vexation. There we go.
You got it.
All right.
What
Oh, my
was
goodness.
that track about?
I don't know. You tell me.
Who knows this?
Pure Vexation? Oh, jeez. No, this was years ago. I don't remember. And Dorian wrote the lyrics, you know, and he's been out of the band for 7 years. You have to look it up. Read it. Read that shit.
Luco, read the lyrics. Luco.
Yes.
How to use a camera on a tablet.
I don't know what the hell that guy's
I think
doing.
it's something about greed and, you know, modern times and...
Come on, a little more feeling.
As humanity lollygags in a circus like suicidal victims,
It's like Tom Waits over
examples of a chagrin.
here.
Chagrin. I've never seen that. I've heard it, but I've never seen it spelled out. All right.
You learn something every day, don't you?
Chagrin.
Chagrin. What the fuck is chagrin?
Luco's word of the day, chagrin.
Look it up.
Chagrin.
Much to your chagrin.
Chagrin.
All right, is there more?
Yes.
You get lost on that one.
Life is in your hands. Open your eyes and die. When you wake up in eternal unrest, then you will understand why.
It's about money, isn't it? Greed and money?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Can't you feel the hatred? Aren't you tired of the lies? See through all.
What Simpsons character
transcend
does he sound like?
The flesh. Erase the chains that bind.
That was the end of the song.
Okay.
I skimmed it through.
You did it. You read it
I
out.
did it.
It was a
I can't actually
artistic interpretation.
I can't actually read. I just guessed.
Much to your chagrin.
Much to my chagrin, I just guessed what all of that said.
That's good.
I did pretty good, I think.
Good job.
Yay. So where can everyone find everything that is DITHEIST on the interwebs?
Maybe show this part.
Amazon, iTunes, Seed Baby. What else? YouTube, some of it. And the Bandcamp.
And on the back of this has
and
a
also
website.
MySpace.
Ooh, the MySpace.
Old school.
Yeah.
MySpace
was the best, the very best.
Oh, back in the day.
It was for music, not for bullshit talking about your neighbors and
Well, there's hookers
your
on there,
fat
too.
ass and all that stuff. Yeah.
What's the www.ditheist.yolo site?
Your
Yola
mama-
site?
your mama-
.com? Mama? What you talk about, mama?
It's a
YOLO.
It's a free website. You know, that's why we use it. You don't have to pay for it.
Is it YOLO or
Yola?
YOLO?
Yola.
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 It's like
Yola
a
site.
European name.
Your
almost.
website provider.
Yeah.
So it's DITHEIST.
You only live awesome.
.yolasite.com.
All right.
Well, I think we're gonna change it just to DITHEIST.com. But
We used to have it, but somebody
he stopped paying for it.
Somebody bought our domain. Somebody bought our domain, and it's occupied.
They
by
gotta go
somebody
kick his
else.
ass.
Yeah,
go
we
find
can-
him. Somebody in Korea, I believe, North Korea.
Yeah, we can't
North
get
Korea, forget it.
We're not able to get her $2 together. A year.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's keep on going. We got some more tracks to play. What's the next track you guys want to play off the CD? We got Blind Dead, Eternal
We should,
Corridors, or New Life.
Blind Dead is cool. It's like old-fashioned death metal. You know?
Old-fashioned death metal.
Yep.
Just the way I like it.
All right.
No frills.
Let's do it.
None of that genty crap.
to realize so little too fucking late. Overdose of material desire, your body is your fate. Can't take it when you die, your last dollar spent. Take it when you die. Come to realize when you fucking die. You live with nothing. And take it when you die. To realize when you fucking die, you live with nothing. Slay my own dreams of greed. If your disgust is all you need, come to realize too little too fucking late. Overdose of material desire, money is your fate. Can't take it when you die, your last dollar spent. Take it when you die, take it when you die, leave it all behind. Take it when you die, take it when you die, leave it all behind. Take it when you die, take it when you die, leave it all behind. Take it when you die, take it when you die, your last dollar spent.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hey, I'm Ben. We're from Snow Burial, and you're listening to The Metal Experience.
All right,
Vargon
and
is-
we are back. I am Morgan Danielle, Luco Blaze, Greg Masters running around frantically somewhere. Charlie is here, Eric from Rock in Chicago
Charlie.
is here, and DITHEIST is here. We just heard another track off of Eternity of Nothingness. And just so I don't fuck it up, what was that track called? Anybody? Anybody? That was Blind Dead? Okay.
Yes, it was Blind Dead.
Cool. Perfect. Blind Dead. Well, we're going to be wrapping up the show here. Just a couple minutes left, so I just want to make a couple very quick announcements. Starting with this past weekend, we were out at Penny Road Pub supporting and promoting the scene, of course. We set up a table, passed out a ton of stuff, almost...
How do bands get stuff to you?
They can email us at themetalexperience.com or on our Facebook page, and I'll give them an address to send it to. So it's a big hit. We got rid of a lot of stuff this past
You've
weekend.
always done that.
Yeah.
I mean, you always are like handing out other people all the band stuff, and I mean, anybody that's like promoting the scene, like that's like a rarity. You know, it's just.
We always keep at least one of everything.
Well, yeah, you guys are like the Smithsonian, the Chicago metal scene. You have like one on file.
The one, yeah.
We literally have.
Ooh, they gave us a couple seasons.
Like,
I'm keeping that one.
the bins that we
This
carry
is for
our stuff in,
posterity.
we
Yeah.
do have a bin just of our stuff that we've collected over
Yeah.
the time. And I mean, it's cool too, because I mean, there's
Stickers,
some bands,
everything.
they come on.
We've
they'll
always
give
taken
us,
one of everything.
It's going back like 6
Consume
years,
the Divide
too.
brought us a signed drumstick. That was pretty awesome.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who did?
Consume the Divide.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, we've gotten a signed symbol before. Veins of Malice gave us a signed symbol.
That
So
we're
we've-
gonna
we've
eventually
had-
turn into a clock. Wasn't that the thing? What were we playing? Nice face. Ha! That's live. The world saw your goofy face.
Oh my God!
I thought we were turning that into a clock.
More goofy face than they do mine. At least I know how to
Okay,
smile.
okay.
Anyway, so we were out at Penny Road Pub. It was fucking awesome. Had a great time. Thank you, Tony, for inviting us out. Great bands played. Just a
Is
few.
that Springfest?
Yes, Springfest. Just to name a few. Consume the Divide played. Genotype.
Genotype.
Atlanta's Burning.
Genotype.
Hot Dang.
I think the drummer from Jungle Rat is playing Genotype.
Yeah,
he's
Remington.
Pretty, he's
He's
pretty
really
awesome.
good.
Yeah,
So
he's awesome.
that's just an
Hot
interview.
Dang.
There were 16 bands. Everybody was fucking awesome. We had a great time.
What, Fool's Brew?
Fool's Brew, yeah.
Yeah.
So coming up this weekend, there are a ton of shows. I just want to name a few that our friends are playing. Starting with Armored Assault is going to be playing with Municipal Waste this weekend at Reggie's.
Woo woo!
And there is a free show beforehand at Record Breakers with Smashed Potato and Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre.
And Texas
So
Toast
that's at
Chainsaw
5,
Massacre.
And then you can head over to Reggie's.
They always play together.
Where they play with Municipal Waste, which is pretty fucking awesome. And there's Savagery also playing that show. So, and the Mons and Moral Void, and that'll be a good show. Also happening on Friday, the Pastaways are playing with Tiger Sex and Box Sledder
Tiger
at
Sex.
the Liars Club. So go check them out. They were really fun guys.
Yep.
Then on Saturday, officially it's getting released, but if you got it last week, you were lucky. Miles from
Ahead of the
Exile,
game.
their official album release show is at the Burlington Bar, and they're playing with Desona and Sin Vegas, and that's at 8 p.m. And then we also have Saturday, Deicide is coming into Chicago at Cobra Lounge, and Beyond Death is opening for them with Narcotic, Cardiac Arrest, and Season of Suffering.
Oh, that's a nice bill.
So that's probably...
Deicide is playing Cobra Lounge.
They're playing
Yeah.
Cobra.
Is that stage big enough for Deicide?
They did.
It is now.
They played there two
Yeah, right.
times before. I even met with Glenn once.
That's
So-
pretty sweet.
And the
That's
last
a
time-
that's a
Who
nice
the hell played
intimate.
it,
It's just a full house, you know.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
a nice intimate show because there's
I mean,
no
you saw
guardrail or anything.
Decapitated
That's
there,
the way it is,
remember?
like now.
Decapitated
Yeah.
at Cobra Lounge was fucking awesome.
Right. And then the last show...
Decapitated at Reggie's was awesome
Yeah,
last
that was
time.
also
It
awesome, yeah.
It was so loud and nice. Well,
Morgan went to a different show and I was like, I'm going to Decapitated.
Don't judge
See you
me.
later. So
Okay.
yes, I was there.
Don't judge.
Last show going on
She went to
is-
some other show.
I went to
Oh.
Lamb of God.
She went to
She-
Lamb of God. I went to Decapitated.
Jesus.
I
So
wanted to
we're
see
supporting
Anthrax.
different.
I'm sorry. I love
from
Anthrax.
different,
And
You're gonna support
Anthrax
my
shared my photo on Instagram. So
Is that sweet?
Props to me.
She
Props
took
to me.
a sweet photo of like
And
with the
Anthrax-
lights going awesome.
Anthrax
Of my
shared
butt.
it, and so did Rob, because I took a picture of Rob, and Rob shared it on his Instagram, and now I'm famous. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Woo!
Last show going
Infamous.
on this week
Infamous.
is next Tuesday, which we will be here with Guillotine Kids and Luco's mom hanging out.
My
It's
mom's
her
gonna be
birthday.
Your
here?
mom's gonna be a co-host.
It's your mom's
What?
birthday, and she's coming out to hang out with us.
That's what she plans to do on her birthday is hang out with us. All right.
Yeah, because I invited her to come
Wow.
party.
I'm
So
gonna
we
get her hammer smashed
will
face.
Be drinking a bunch of sangria, hanging out here. Come,
Professional.
Come hang out with us in Guillotine
Hey, Mom.
Kids.
And then she's gonna be
Hang on.
eaten back to life.
Eaten back to life.
But hold on, there is.
Oh, perfect.
There's a show going on that our friends are playing. Our friends from Minnesota, Reaping Asmodeus, coming in, and they're playing Reggie's with Discarnate, Black Crown, Initiate, Jungle
That's
Rot,
nice.
The Acacia Strain, and Dying Fetus.
Sweet.
Jungle Rot
So,
again.
pretty psyched that they're coming in.
Sellouts, Jesus.
Really sad that we can't go see them because
Just
this is
kidding.
a great lineup, but Guillotine Kids is going to be an awesome show to record. So we're
Guillotine
looking
Kids we
forward to
saw
I
at
think
Big
Jungle
Shots.
Rot's kicking off their tour with that show.
I saw them. Yeah.
that. You played with them.
Yeah. I like them. Good
Guillotine
stuff.
Kids?
Good stuff.
When are you playing out again?
CMA Bash, May
CMA
21st
Bash.
at Star
Oh, Star Bar?
Is that it? I think we have one more show.
May 28th at Penny Road Pub, and then you play June 11th out at Portage, Indiana.
Yeah, I don't remember all those
So
things.
those
I only remember.
You just show
like-
up and sing, right?
Everything-
I only
everything
remember
is
when they're like
on
right. You know, it's
the
like
Metal-
this week.
The Metal
Like, hey, this
Experience
week we're
Facebook
playing a
page
show.
has
Yeah.
all the events that we are linked to under their page, so you can connect to the official event of what we're going to. And then the metalexperience.com has all the backlog shows, all the Hey Look What I Found pics.
That's your magic cat.
Everything, the Metal Experience. And actually, we just posted a brand new review, thanks to Sean, one of our review staff members, for reviews for the Crypt. He just did Discarnate's upcoming EP, which actually gets released May 16th. He got a special preview. The band sent him the whole CD, so that was pretty
What?
awesome. Had Split
I wanna
Designs
hear it.
did their artwork.
Would you have an
So-
email?
I don't know.
Well,
Morgan
I
handles all
I
that
didn't
stuff.
get it. They sent it to him.
Oh,
So
directly.
he has it.
Sean, I'm coming after you.
So check out his review for Discarnate's upcoming EP. That's pretty awesome. It's very, very well written as all of our other stuff. So it's called the Dearrangement EP. So check that out, and then
All right.
see you next week. And Eric, one more time, Cancer Smash happening May 7th.
Yep, May 7th out of West Chicago, Cairo Lounge. Doors are 5 o'clock or to 4 o'clock. First bands are on 5 o'clock. All ages on 2 stages. Proceeds go to the American Cancer Society. Check it out on rockinchicago.org. Thank you.
Woo! And also,
I would like to do a shout out to our vocalist, Luke Volos. This guy rocks. He looks like a teenager, but he kicks ass every single time.
You should post a picture of him.
Yeah, he's tall and skinny and pretty young, 25, 26.
Like you could just like paste a picture of them.
He's just
guys.
awesome. Yeah, he's
tall and skinny.
That's the way you like him.
And shout out to his friend Morgan. He will know what I'm talking about.
So we're going to go out tonight. We're going to play another track off the Eternity of Nothingness full length. And we want to thank you guys for coming out, hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Drinking some beers, eating some donuts.
You came all the way from Poland to join us tonight.
We got to go back tomorrow.
It's a long drive, yeah.
Long drive.
And what's the last track that we're going to hear?
New Life was written for Narcissus' first son when he was born, I think, or even, right after he was born. 7 years ago, yeah.
Perfect.
So that's a nice song. Something to remember.
Well, rock and roll. Check out DITHEIST. And also check out the unsigned band pick of the week, Living Through Ghosts from Minneapolis, Minnesota. One more time, DITHEIST. Where can everyone find everything that is DITHEIST online?
New life! Son become the Father. The earth of creation swells. New life has begun. Creation from below. Firstborn son. Father's offspring born. New life has begun. Immortality is achieved. Descendant of decadence. Carry on the legacy. The progeny now breathes. Become the Lord.